Hi there, my name is Chad Nicely, and in this video, I want to introduce you to digital product mastery. Now, you have to know, I've been building digital products since 1998. That was actually when I had built my very first product. So before the term online marketing was even coined, I was out there building products. Since then, I've probably actually built hundreds of informational software and service products online. So I'm definitely one that's qualified to teach this course. Now, a lot has changed over the years with digital products, and the reason why is because of the new introduction of social media. It used to be extremely complicated to go out there and sell a product today, and what you're about to discover here in this video is it's not as hard as it used to be. Now, the first thing is, the most important thing is you need to be passionate about whatever it is you teach. So you're going to create a digital product, which means you're going to show somebody how to do something. It could be teaching them how to play the guitar. It could be teaching them how to do their taxes, teaching them how to write a report. Doesn't really matter what it is. That has to be something that you're passionate about. And if all you're doing is chasing the money, this isn't going to work out for you. Okay? So I ask you to stop and think, is what you're about to teach your passion? Because if it's not, I promise you, you're not going to be consistent with it. You're not going to be congruent, and you're going to fall down. You're going to fail at this. You're going to blame me, and you're going to blame everybody else that tried to encourage you and push you to the next level. So make sure that you are passionate. Now, I teach people online marketing. I also teach people how to go out there and deal with local businesses, how to go out there and provide social media services and sales funnels and online services. I am extremely passionate about it. I love it. There's nothing else that I would rather be doing. I also teach people how to go out there and launch products. Once again, something that I am passionate about. I enjoy it. I'm getting paid to do something that I enjoy. It's very, very important. But I've also been in situations where I've been forced to teach things that I wasn't really passionate about. And I've had jobs where I wasn't really passionate and I didn't find myself giving my typical 110%. Instead, I found myself going through the motions and I just showed up and I punched a time clock. I did the bare minimum that was required of me and I went home. And I was not happy. It was not a good time for me. And so I want to make sure that you're in the right state of mind. Make sure what you're diving into is all about passion and not the money. Even you could be getting into something that you know has a massive market and something that you understand very well, but you don't necessarily like it or you don't approve of the methodology. If that's the case, I'm telling you right now, follow your passions, baby. It's going to make all the difference in the world. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you is before you dive in, stop. Let's make sure that we build the foundation. We want to plan out everything that we're doing here. We want to plan out our course, okay? So many people, they get so excited with this, they see dollar signs, and they just start shooting videos. And then they go and they get a membership platform. They just start loading up those videos, and they didn't put any thought into this. And their course is very, very disorganized. It doesn't flow very smoothly. There's no transitions from one training to the next. It's not how you want to do things. Instead, you want to make sure that you build a strong foundation. You want to make sure that you have all of your main topics identified. You break down those main topics. You know exactly what resources you need to provide, whether it be PDFs, a blueprint, external web links, whatever it is. You want to have all of this ahead of time so that as you're getting ready to actually record your course, you can look at your overall sitemap and your bubble map, like I'm about to show you here in a minute, and you're able to plan accordingly. And it's going to make so much more sense to your customer, okay? Now, I've got a special surprise for you because as I said at the beginning of this video, today things are easier. So in the past, my next slide would have been market research. Now, I know a lot of people are going to argue with me and they're going to say that guy's crazy, but I'm here to tell you market research was not as important as it once was. And the reason why is because of social media. We're able to reach out to social media with whatever product, whatever angle we have, and we're not just relying on forums and marketplaces and things of that nature. We don't have to have affiliates. We don't have to have a massive spending budget. We don't have to do any of those things. And so if you're passionate about something and you can show others your passion and how it's going to benefit them, then for me, market research is not as important as it used to be. If you're going to launch a product in a marketplace, okay, now it's important. But if you're just using social media like I'm about to show you, then yes, believe it or not, it's not as important as it used to be. Now, here's why this is amazing. We have a strategy called Tripwire Profits. It's an awesome setup, okay? So, quick recap. Want to make sure that you're passionate, want to make sure that you're building the foundation. Tripwire Profits is going to set you up to do exactly that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a typical Tripwire Profit setup that we actually have running in our own business. I have a feeling you're probably inside of a Tripwire Profit setup right now. So how this looks is, number one, we have what's called a free module or a free lesson. And it's basically where we've gone and opened up our membership site for free. So you didn't have to log in and you didn't have to buy anything. That may very well be where you're at right now. And then what's going to happen is we are going to present a special offer to them. And we're going to offer them more bonus videos or lessons, okay? So number one, we have our free module. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture your email in exchange for 2 more bonus videos. Now, once you have given me your email, then what's going to happen is I'm going to give you one more special offer, but this time, instead of just asking for your email, because I already have that, I'm going to ask for you to buy a product. So once you buy that product, then I'm going to go and open up some additional modules for you, okay? So I want to make sure you understand this. They come in for free. They're going to see your beautiful membership site. They didn't have to opt in. They didn't have to buy anything. They're watching your video. And then all of a sudden, we have this great pattern interrupt. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. You just got to go through this strategy here. And then we're going to give them some kind of incentive. We're going to say, hey, enter your name and email. We're going to give you 2 more bonus videos. Okay. As soon as they enter their name and email, the next page, what we're going to do is we're going to ask them to make a purchase. And once they make a purchase, then they're going to receive this module, this module, this module, this module, and this module. Now, you don't have to follow this exactly. You could have 3 or 4 different bonus videos, whatever you want to do, okay? All you're doing is asking for their email address, so you don't really have to deliver a lot, and you don't want to take away from your paid product, right? Because all of this is your paid product. Now, when they give you your email address, you're not only going to give them number 3 and number 2, but you're also going to give them number 1, because they're going to get access in their emails and say, congratulations, you now have access to this membership. And they're going to have all 3 of these, or however you have it set up. And then if they actually purchase a product, then instead of just giving them these 5 modules here, you're going to give them the whole entire enchilada. Now, what's really cool, as you dive into this process, you're going to discover that every single one of these modules or lessons could actually be a free preview, and then you're able to actually use the same exact funnel for every single one of these. You go through the Tripwire Profit strategy, you're going to completely understand it. Okay, so that's how we recommend that you set up your membership site, okay? Now, we use a tool called Bubbles. It's bubbl.us. I'll include it in the resources here. And so what we do is we go ahead and we take our top bubble here, and this is going to be our main topic, and then we go and we break it down. We do this for every single product that we create, and we'll include all of our submodules, we'll include all of our resources and everything else. And so this is where we're building the foundation. We really take time and understand exactly what it is we need to do, okay? So we lay all this out here, and that's exactly what we do. So this course here actually taught you to go out there and crush it with online webinars. And so we had drafting our presentation, essential webinar preparation, and clever webinar techniques. And then it kind of broke off from there. So we have the different types of presentations. And so from there, it went into affiliate offers. It went into local marketing. Then we had presentation style. Then we had the commercial appeal that you have to have. And then if you come over here to the webinar preparation, we have a sign-up page. We have a thank you page. We need a GoToWebinar account. And then we broke off the sign-up page and we said, okay, we need to have a standard GoToWebinar template. We can use lead pages. For the thank you page over here, we need to have other offers that we can offer. We need to connect with them. Okay, so we just went through and we just broke this down. And then the last one is clever webinar techniques, right? So making the product, the pitch, okay, rapid product creation, make the product reoccurring, integrating with Zapier, creating a box shot. These are the graphics, reoccurring registration trick to get in on a new event. All right, so we just went through here and we said, okay, here's everything that we want to teach. And then what we did was we started preparing our slides. So some of it was done with screencasts, and then some of it was done with slides, just like you're seeing right now in this presentation. So understand, Everything that I'm teaching you here, you're actually watching. I created this product here that you're looking at the same exact way. And this product is set up using Tripwire Profits. Okay? So, amazing tool. It really helps you get an overall visual map of what it is you need to create. And so once you understand that you need to have the foundation, you need to lay this all out visually, and this is a perfect tool for you, well, now it's time to actually start creating the product. So you've gone through, you've created your slide decks, you have an idea what screencast you're going to show, you know what all your resources are and everything, and you best be using video. And here's the reason why. Let's just look at some of the online video facts, okay? So back in 2016, you can see that 55% of overall global traffic will be generated by videos. 55%! But in 2017, that changes to 74%. And if we look over here, we see that 78% of users watch online videos at least once a week, whereas 55% of users watch online videos every single day. Guys, video is massive. It's not going anywhere. It's definitely something that you need to learn to do. Now, you don't have to put yourself on video. You can do exactly like I'm doing here. Notice, I don't have my face on video. I do a lot of face-to-face videos, but this here, I'm just using a software called Camtasia, okay? It's very, very simple. It's just a screen recorder. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. My reason for showing you this is so that you understand that you most certainly need to use videos inside of your training. Video is going to help your branding. It's going to help you establish that rapport as well as that trust with your viewers. It's going to help you make more sales. And your viewers are going to understand what you're trying to teach a lot better, okay? Just get used to using video. Even if you're not comfortable, understand that it is a necessity. Now, once you go and create your videos, and I don't care if you do it with Camtasia, I don't care if it's a screencast, I don't care if it's a PowerPoint slide, I don't care if you take out your phone, it really doesn't matter to me. Understand that you need to be careful with where you store your videos, okay? Now, most people, if I were to ask this live on a call, I'd say, where would you store your videos? Everybody would say YouTube. Now, you do not want to store videos on YouTube unless you have teaser videos that's going to get your lead into your product. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. Here's the reason why we don't use YouTube. Number one, anybody can access it. How can you go out there and sell a product? And by the way, if you're asking for a name and email, you're actually selling. If you think about it, if I give you my email, that's a very, very valuable asset to me. You're asking me to relinquish something to you, and I'm putting trust in you. So yes, I want you to see it like that. You are selling me. It's an exchange. So anybody can access YouTube, all right? So there's no high perceived value there. If anybody can get to your training tutorials, well, that's nothing special. I should have just went to YouTube and I should have just done a search for the same lessons. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's a free service. Everybody knows YouTube is free. My kids load videos on YouTube, not very professional. Okay, we're also not able to build our brand very well, right? Because we're forced to use YouTube's brand. Yes, we can go and create our own channel and everything, but there's only so much you can do with that. You really are not able to build your brand. Everybody just knows it's YouTube, and they're not even really paying attention to your header or anything else, right? They're just used to it. And we're not able to go and upsell them. We can't have banners over here on the side or in our descriptions or anything like that. So we're not able to monetize them. We're not able to apply the tools and the resources to help them succeed, so we can't just go and offer them a PDF report, or we can't give them a mind map. We can definitely put links in the description, but that just becomes a description to them, and they're not going to understand that you're offering resources to them, and we're not able to apply any kind of gamification for more engagement and sales. That's very, very important inside of a membership site, okay? So you don't want to use YouTube. Instead, we recommend that you use something like Amazon S3. That is their own server, and that way, as you store those videos, they're very, very fast, they're reliable, they have like a 99.9% uptime, and you can get so many gigabytes of data for free every single month. So yes, discover Amazon S3. You can also use something like Vimeo. Now, Vimeo has a free account, and it also has a paid account. I'll let you explore what's the best option for you. And then we have some people that actually use Dropbox as well. I don't recommend Dropbox, but Dropbox is good for resources, mind maps, tools, that sort of media. Not so great for video. It's good if you want to download the video, but it's not going to stream the video out of Dropbox yet, okay? Now, as I mentioned a minute ago, if you want to go and do face-to-face, then just take out your iPhone. Your iPhone's going to be perfect. It's going to be better than any expensive rig setup that you can get. And those kind of videos are going to convert the best because everybody can relate to them, especially when you start using videos out there on social media. But if you're creating a screencast, just like I'm creating right now, then you want to use a software called Camtasia Studio. I am currently using something called Camtasia Studio 9. I love it. I can put myself on there. I can do a screencast, or I can put myself as well as a screencast on there. I can go through, I can do all these interesting transitions. I can do layers. I can do so many cool things with Camtasia Studio, but the best part is it is so very simple, okay? So we don't host on YouTube. We're going to choose an alternative method like Amazon S3 or Vimeo. And then when you're doing screencasts, I recommend that you use Camtasia Studio. There's some free alternatives out there and everything else. I definitely think this software is worth the price. It has made me millions. I won't be changing anytime soon, and I hope you take my advice. Now, once you've gone and created your videos and you've created all your resources, you have all your mind maps and your PDFs and everything else, once you've reached that point, then the next thing is you're going to need to have a membership site. And so this here is a standard login for a membership site. So this membership site here is called Pain Proof Golf. And so what happens is somebody's going to go enter their email address as well as their password, and then they're going to receive access to your lessons. I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. This has a high perceived value. This is a lot better than just hosting something on YouTube, okay? And I would ask you that question. If you had just purchased a training session, would you find more value if you just logged into YouTube and watched videos that anybody could watch, or would you feel that there was more value if you came to a page like this and you had to go enter your email address as well as a password, and only then could you get access to the content? And I'm sure every single one of you would have chosen the second option. Plus, also notice that we're able to do a lot of cool things with the branding and everything else, just like you see here on the screen. Now, once they log in, this is actually a different membership site. You can see that this looks a lot different than YouTube, right? And so we're able to do all of these crazy designs. We have this beautiful menu over here where we can actually feature several training sessions. And so when you're on YouTube, you actually see other people's videos that aren't even related to yours. They might be related to the niche, but YouTube's just looking out for themselves. And they got their ads all over the place and everything else. And so you're basically making YouTube money in the process. But when you have your own membership site, that's not the case. And you're able to monetize with that membership site. So as you can see here, I have a banner over here on the side. So people are invited into this membership. They want to learn more about playing the negotiating game. They watch this video here, and they're going to click on our banners. They're going to click through our different modules here. And then we're going to make more money in the process, and we have a higher perceived value. And if you're using the right membership platform, then you also have things like news feeds and comments, and they can come over here and take notes, and all the resources are here on the page, and we have gamification in place and everything else. We also have external links up here at the top, and we have external links down here at the bottom, okay? That's how this works. Now, you definitely need a membership platform. We've established that. You don't want to use YouTube. You definitely need to have a membership. So what are your options? Well, number one, you can use a platform called WordPress. Now, I'm going to give you the advantages of using WordPress, and inside the report, you're going to read about the disadvantages. So when you choose WordPress, you have many options as to the overall look and design of your site. And the reason why is because there's thousands and thousands of themes that you can go out there and you can simply install with a click of a mouse. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. There's always going to be technical obstacles when it comes to WordPress. You're also able to deploy plugins that may add new features and benefits to your site. Once again, there's thousands of plugins that are created by developers all around the world. And you can pick up a plugin for as little as $7, and you can pay as much as $2,000. Completely up to you, but it really is a one-click install, and it's that fast, and you can have those features on your membership site in no time. The next thing is you're able to access the source code yourself and make really intricate changes to the site, okay? So you're able to log into your server. If you're familiar with WordPress, you can drill down through the directories and you can fix things yourself, or you can go out there and you can hire a developer to fix things for you. And it's completely branded to you, okay? So WordPress is hosted on your domain, so you have a server bill that you pay every single month, and it's also using your own domain. Okay, so I have like chadnicely.com. That is my WordPress site. Also, the membership platform itself will probably have a lower purchase price because the quality of the product is not comparable to a SaaS solution. Now, WordPress itself is free. You're going to pay $10 for a domain name. You'll probably pay $12 for, like a beginning hosting account. And then you're going to go out there and pay, I don't know, $197, $297, all the way down to like $47 for a membership platform. Okay? So those are the advantages to using WordPress for your membership. Now let's talk about a self-hosted solution, also referred to as SaaS. So with SaaS, you don't need to worry about the membership working with plugins and other scripts because all of that is handled for you. Everything is all-inclusive inside the platform itself. So you're not messing with plugins, you're not messing with scripts or anything else. Now, speed is usually not an issue because a good SaaS platform will be hosting thousands of pages, which means they are typically hosted on the fastest, most reliable servers in the world. That's a lot different than you just paying $12 for your own hosting account. Now, you don't need to worry about maintaining your site or any of its code as it's all handled by the SaaS development team. Now, this can definitely backfire if you're in bed with somebody who doesn't care about their members, isn't supporting the platform, and isn't providing the necessary updates. Okay, so be aware of that too. And access is very easy. So you'll typically find all that's required is for you to log in with a username and a password, and you should be able to instantly access all of your platform and courses. Now, our choice, it's clear. We choose SaaS. We're done with WordPress. We use WordPress for years. In many cases, WordPress is still efficient in several different strategies. But when it comes to a membership platform, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to use SaaS, okay? Now, this membership platform here that I just showed you a minute ago, well, this was actually built with our membership software, okay? And as you can see, it's beautiful. And I kind of already let the cat out of the bag. We have external resources up here. We have monetization campaigns. You can actually deploy 5 different monetization campaigns. So we have banners, we have news tickers, we have top bars, we have related products. You can even make light boxes open up with a video and a call to action. We have gamification. We have resources over here. We have these beautiful layouts so you can just change out your theme just like WordPress. Everything is customizable. It is just an amazing platform. And the best part is most of the time you can be set up with 2 clicks. You click a button to create this page, and you click a button to load the video. Everything else that you see on this page happens for you automatically. I know that's hard to believe, but trust me. So what is this platform called? Well, it's called Everlesson. And Everlesson is the world's greatest membership platform. You will find there is nothing like it in the marketplace, and there probably never will be again. And so here's some snapshots on some Everlesson sites. So this site here was set up to teach individuals guitar. Here's one that's set up for staff in like a restaurant or hospitality business. Here's one that's set up for some kind of personal development. Here we have a catalog of modules inside of aromatherapy, so you can kind of get an idea for what this looks like. Here we have another nutrition site. So this is eating mindfully. Okay, so that just kind of gives you an idea what our platform can do. Everlesson created all of these sites, and most of them were done with a couple clicks. It really is that easy. And with Everlesson, we're doing things like you've never seen before. For instance, with Everlesson, you build libraries with everything. You build libraries with your video. You build libraries with your resources. You build libraries with your banners. And then what you do is you pull them in as you see fit. So you never, ever have to duplicate your efforts. Now, once you have your membership, what's next? Well, before we get to what's next, let's just have a quick recap, okay? The first thing is you need to make sure that you're passionate about what you want to teach. If there's no passion, then I highly recommend that you look the opposite way and you find something that you're passionate about. Then you want to start building the foundation. This is where you want to have the visual layout. You want to figure out what all your resources are. You want to figure out what all your main topics are and your subtopics and everything else, okay? Make sure you have all of that stuff ahead of time. Right? So I recommend that you use a visual map like I have here on the screen. This is called Bubbles. It gives me a visual representation of what I need to do. Next, I told you all about Tripwire Profits. This is the amazing strategy where you're able to go and set up your free modules, and then you set up your bonus modules, and then you have your paid product. So you definitely want to read about Tripwire Profits, and then you're going to go ahead and start shooting your videos. Why? Because video is massive today. And remember, you don't want to be hosting on YouTube. I recommend that you use Camtasia Studio 9 if you're going to shoot screencasts. If you're going to do face-to-face and just use your iPhone, that's fine. You have to make up a choice. Do you want to use WordPress or do you want to use self-hosted? Okay, our choice is most definitely SaaS. And then we have a membership platform called Everlesson, the world's greatest membership platform. Okay, so to answer the question, what's next? Well, here you go. You need to discover 2 more strategies. And the first one I just told you about, that's Tripwire Profits. You should be able to access that right now. And the second thing is, it's called Traffic Domination Series. So this video here gave you a better idea of what you're going to consume inside the Digital Product Mastery Guide. That's all it was supposed to do, okay? It's going to tell you exactly how to set up your own product. Once you've done that, you need to have Tripwire Profits as well as Traffic Domination Series in place. This here is going to allow you to go out there and promote a free link to get them inside your membership. That's going to help bring in more members, build a list, and make more sales. And then this right here is going to help you get traffic to your membership. Both of these methods work hand in hand, okay? Again, this is something I've done since 1998. I've got a lot of experience with creating digital products online. I've made millions in the process, continue to do so to this day. And everything I showed you is exactly what I do. It's exactly what you should do. And as with anything, just hang in there, stay positive. If you don't crush it out of the park with your first product, that's okay. Do another one. Creating products online is very, very feasible. You don't have to have a massive overhead. You don't have to have employees. You're able to do it right there in the comfort of your home. This is something that you want to master, and I believe that you can. And it does get easier as you go along. Just make sure that it's something you're passionate about. Okay? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I want to wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you again real soon.